Hello, 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 everyone. I welcome you all to this one day, one runner habit series for the whole month of April, where I will be uncovering each and every day. I will be uncovering one single runner habit and explaining the same habit from a runner perspective, and also giving some tactics and tips around how you can apply the same in your business and in your life. This is Karthik Viswanathan, and today is day number 9, right? Meaning it is habit number 9. I'm gonna I already got the props out there, so it'll be. You would have got some idea about what this habit is all about. This habit is nothing but celebrating the small wins. Yep. As a runner, as a jogger, as a walker, so as like any sport, like we would be celebrating each and every milestones, small wins. It does not matter whether it is going to be happening on a big stage or a small stage. As far as like we concerned, if it is going to be a win, we would be collectively putting it together and start celebrating. We need to find a reason to just celebrate it, right? So else like it will become a chore, else like it will be having a thought around like, yes, this is kind of an exercise that we need to do in day out. So but that's not the case. That the case is all about like finding joy in what we are doing. As a jogger, as a runner, as a sprinter, as a marathoner, it the joys might be coming in different ways. Say maybe like a runner would have increased the volume of their running, so they would have just increased from 5 kilometers, and they would have increased to 8 kilometers for that particular week, or from 10 kilometers to 14 kilometers, or from 2 kilometers to 3 kilometers. So as I always say, the comparing the distance, or the comparing the kind of an achievement with the one person to another person, it does not match out well. It's all about comparing ourselves from today to the person who we were yesterday. That's how like we always see. And then as a runner, we always try to find a better rhythm to just go and leverage ourselves from yesterday's us. So that's why like maybe an increase in volume of total running or walking, or finding keeping our breaking our own personal best record, like maybe that in terms of time. So 5 kilometers, like you would have kept for 35 minutes or 40 minutes or 45 or 20 minutes. It does not matter if you break it up. That might be a win for you, right? Or you would have a runner would have taken up a challenge for maybe like continuously running a kilometer every day for the last 7 days, a kind of a challenge. Or the person would have registered for a half marathon race, and then the person would have completed the race. So these are different instances I just wanted to give. Like during these things, like definitely there will be an opportunity for us to create a kind of an environment which is nothing but a celebrating mood. Yeah, to just create that celebratory environment so we can start to celebrate those small wins. So not necessarily like if we are training for a full marathon, so not necessarily we would be waiting to complete that full marathon and celebrate that win. Rather, like maybe during a training run, like I personally do it all the time. Like whenever I just increase my volume training, I just go and I celebrate in my own way. And most of the runners will be celebrating their own way. Maybe a kind of a good meal, that what they prefer, or it can be a cheat meal, or it can be a chocolate, or it can be a movie night, or it can be a kind of a massage, like sports massage, which gives them a much better recovery. Or it can be a me time where they can just pick up a book or magazine or anything, right? I personally go through just like some of the magazine, to just say like consciously going through the magazine for half an hour's time as a small win celebration. Yeah. So that kind of a habit will really lift our mood set, because that will be really creating a way how we can include this particular running habit or a walking habit as an active lifestyle activity, not as an obligation, not as a chore. It is a sign of we celebrating our efforts, right? So that's what I just wanted to give you as a perspective. So don't necessarily think that each and every runner would be really celebrating only after the final milestone, whatever they have signed up for. Yes, of course, we would be celebrating in our own way, but celebrating small wins does really matters in the long term. It really gives us a joyful experience. It really brings back to the whole purpose. And it really starts with appreciating ourselves, because that's where the empathy, compassion will be starting up when we started to feel ourselves, and then we can just starting to celebrate others' wins as well. It spreads, right? So now if I take that habit of celebrating these small wins, and then when we apply into this entrepreneurial journey, into the business world, small, medium business, does not matter, into the business world, there are so many events that it will be happening in your own way, in your own business. Maybe like getting your 100th customer or a first customer, or getting an award in your own industry, or releasing a new product line, or releasing a new service line. Yeah. Or you might have applied for a grant from the government, and then you would have got a grant. Or you might have inducted into a kind of an incubator program from your local area. Or you would have published your 50th podcast episode, or you would have got some 5,000 likes in your favorite social network platform. So that can be so many different events that would be happening, like in your own Transverse journey. Yeah, in your own journey of this exciting entrepreneurial journey, like where you want to create some impact to your own customers by servicing them. So I want to just give a couple of tips. Like one, which I always follow in my own entrepreneurial journey and consulting world, like always have a weekly achievement tracker. So what I mean by that, keep it simple in your own way, whether it can be a board or an Excel sheet or a journal or anything, or in your mobile notes or anywhere, just to keep track, like at the end of every week, probably like by end of Sunday, or if you're just calling Friday as a end of your week, go for it. Just jot it down, like what kind of a win that you had on the particular week. Okay, so two things it will be happening, it will be helping you. So one, these small wins, if you start to celebrate it, what you're doing is like you're acknowledging those wins at the first place, right? And then you're acknowledging those small S's. Yes, you have done this one. Yes, your team has done this one. So these small wins would really pump you a lot, really pump your team a lot to go for that big win. So the final destination is something that you want to achieve, like you want to achieve in maybe like in a month's time, or in few months time, or in a year's time, or few years time. So that's a long way from here. But what you got is today. What you got is the wins from this week. So that really pumps you up today. So once you start to make yourself that zone of the zone of joy, the zone of that particular pump in energy, then that will be really rolling forward, and then that would really gain more and more momentum, and that would help you to smash your final milestone. Yep, that's the first tip, weekly tracker. And then the second thing, what this as a benefit this would be giving is like it will definitely improve your team's morale. So if you are running up with a small team or a big team, that does not matter, but definitely we are dealing with people, right? So we are having a team of members who are all people who will be having their own priorities in their own life, but we are all here to just to serve for a common purpose. So once we start sharing these small wins, definitely that will go for a long way. So weekly achievement tracker is one of the key things that I would really encourage you all to do it. Yeah. So that can be from a whole your team's perspectives, like just jot it in few small wins, as I just mentioning, like that might be like so many different areas that you can become more and more creative. The more and more you do, what you would be doing is like the better you would be understanding your efforts, understanding your team efforts. So that's why I really encourage you all to have this weekly achievements tracker or achievements list, whatever you call it as. Right. So when now let's start think about like how we can apply this, celebrate the small wins in our life, in our health, in our wealth, in our relationship. Yeah. As they always say, the destination is always the one that what we need to set it and traverse through, which is pretty beautiful. That's good. But the process is where the real juice and the essence is. right? So that's why, like, I really want you to just focus, like, the daily action, the daily efforts, the daily joy that we would be enjoying, or we would be letting it pass by without even we realizing. So grab those things and focus on those joy, those missing out joy. Just focus on that, and we can just start grabbing those joy into our own world, and that will be definitely fueling ourselves to move forward in health, in wealth, and relationship, right? So whenever you expand your comfort zone, by now you would be knowing, like, yes, I always say that expand your comfort zone rather than just go out of your comfort zone. Just expand it. Whenever you expand your comfort zone in any of these areas, health, wealth, relationship, or anything in your own life, right? So just start observing that and appreciate that particular effort that you have taken in order to expand that zone. Yeah, because you were not doing this that particular expansion earlier. You were doing it right now. You were doing it in that last week. So you need to give that appreciation. You need to give that a particular compassion to yourself first. It might be a bit odd for a few people. Oh, why do I really self-appreciate, or why do I really do it? Whether it is not be a selfish act? No, definitely not. Self-care is not selfish. I repeat, self-care is not selfish. Right? Go for it. And in your own way, what you need to do is, like, you need to definitely keep this appreciation, keep this celebrating the small wins as a priority. So one tip I can give you all is, like, as a weekly practice or a monthly practice, introduce a celebrating small win hour, celebrating 60 minutes, celebrating the small wins for 60 minutes. Yeah. If it is, you can just invite yourself into that 60 minutes, or invite the close friends of yours, or your spouse, or loved ones, and then start sharing sharing your wins. And similarly, you can listen to your spouse or your friends, your business partners wins. So in that way, like, one couple of things will be happening during that celebrating 60 minutes. Yeah. So one thing is, like, you starting to understand what kind of an effort that you have done, and then if you're listening to your another person, so you will be understanding what kind of an effort that person has gone through. And at the same time, you would be knowing that these things will definitely improve your moral booster. It will be acting as a moral booster, and then definitely it will be going for a long way. So that's why I introduced the celebratory celebrating small win 16 minutes. So you can come up with your own fancy name like this. Whatever it excites you, whatever it makes you jumps out of your seat and say, yes, let's go and celebrate that 16 minutes every week, or let's go and celebrate our small wins for 30 minutes on a fortnight, whatever it works for you. But the concept is, like, you need to dedicate that particular time for you. So make it as a priority, and then how you celebrate is purely up to you. As I said, it can be a piece of a chocolate or a coffee, or you can just go and indulge yourself on a spa or a massage, whatever it is. Read yourself a book yourself on a short day trip or a half day trip, depending upon the milestone or depending upon how you want to enjoy that particular thing. Go for it. Okay, don't underestimate the self-care, and then these small wins, celebrating these small wins, definitely will help you in improving your self-care, and then will improve your mental well-being and physical well-being. Yeah, go for it. It's creativity is all in your radar. Go for it, pick it up, and enjoy yourself. Right. So that's one of the key habits that I really wanted to share with you all. Like, celebrating these small wins. Do not underestimate that. Do not overlook that. Please start doing it straight away. Right. And one common tip, one general tip for all, whether you're a runner or you are an entrepreneur, or whether you are looking from a life's perspective. So while you're celebrating, just be there and be there with that celebration 100%. What I mean by this one is, please just start to cherish that cherish that moment joyfully, cherish the achievement joyfully. Because most of the times we might be falling victim to, oh, we have a lot to do. Why would I really celebrate myself into the small wins? Don't go with that particular guilt mode. What I'm not asking you to just go and lavishly spend on a party. I'm just asking you to just consciously sit and browse through a magazine. Yeah, if that is what you want to, if that is what you are deeming as a celebration for your own thing, go for it. Okay. Just go for it, and then you will be able to realize the benefits. And yeah, please do not become a machine in achieving your mission. Introduce some human elements, fun elements by all these celebrating small wins concept, and please do so. In that way, you would be going for a long, long way, and then you would be going in a joyful way. This is Karthik Viswanathan, and I'm celebrating. I'm adding all these things. I'm just celebrating because I've just done like 7 of these episodes, and more than 7. This is the habit number 9. So I really want to celebrate this one for myself, just a little one, and that's why this is what. That's why I got these props. Right? And please do me a favor. The next time, whenever you see a walker or a jogger or a runner on the road, on the park or a gym, wave at them, give a thumbs up, smile at them, give a nod of your head, because that will definitely lift their spirit, and that would definitely lift your spirit, and that kind of a positivity will go for a long, 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 long way. All right, so this is Karthik Viswanathan, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye, and don't forget to celebrate your small wins today.